The Oasis vision proposes a way of life that allows individuals to work and live together fruitfully and functionally in a most organized yet free way. A way that allows them to fulfill themselves as individuals and move into a whole new restoration of life, where love, light, power, and peace preside completely. No negativity is here, because the very nature of this way of life is bound to a belief in the spirit of life as a totally positive force of love energy, who allows people to move with him in harmony if they allow him to guide them in this beautiful design for life as a multifaceted proclamation of life in fullness. How beautiful this community living is, because it allows people to look into themselves very simply and deeply and draw out of themselves a resource system that lets them thrive in a practical way. They understand with their intuitive faculty what they are good at, and they work with these skills in a program of interaction with others in the community to provide everything needed for a simple, happy, free livelihood. Nothing is superfluous. Nothing is overburdened with a negative development. Everything is functional and allows the whole picture to develop in the most productive way. The basic cares of life in terms of livelihood depend on a simple appreciation of food for eating, clothes for wearing, and shelter, all with amenities and design suited to seasonal activity and the very nature of the environment. Nothing surplus is necessary, because an abundance is provided for all, and this abundance caters for every facet of life and living happily and freely. In order to work successfully, this community has to be an altruistic one, where values and ideals are based on a genuine caring, sharing, altruistic desire to see that everyone is perfectly happy. This, of course, is a tremendous task for those in this modern society who prefer to provide for themselves in a way that is so self-centered that it fails to recognize the need that people have to enter a relationship where their positive energy can be shared with others to provide a whole, protected social order that is beneficial to each person. Sadly, this leaves the community structure in a disordered development where a sense of inequality and grievance is paramount, and where the main priority is to focus on a way of living that satisfies the instinctive non-positive urge to gain goods, possessions, and money, so that it gathers a momentum that is positively useless in its meaningless approach to life. So they become stressful and lost in their orientation to true living and fail to understand what they can do next. Life becomes hazardous, frightening, lonely, and depressing. No sense of security or peace. The model community proposes a radical development in a contrary way, to actually orientate to a way of life that depends rather on a system of energizing whose very source is a loving being who controls life, who orders life, and provides life abundantly with everything it needs to be fully alive. These individuals will work together, forming a pattern of life that is peaceful, happy, secure, and increasingly protected by a force of energy that is the very spirit of life, in an abundant development that allows these people to thrive in a physical, spiritual, perfectly beautiful, protected way. So their whole life and living enters a new dimensional understanding, where they see increasingly the nature of life and its meaning as a source of energy given freely by God to energize the world with love, and to allow people to use this love abundantly to restore the world to a loving state of being with Him in perfect peace. Only with love can this be achieved. Love is the power that can gather the momentum. Love is the only power that will allow the world to maintain and sustain a stability and enter a new realm of love and light, and allow itself to be fully alive in its knowledge of itself as perfect. So now, you need to try to reflect very gently and easily on these thoughts. Just relax very lightly and move yourself realistically into this feeling of lightness and depth. Just rid your mind of anything superfluous. Let it feel soft and empty and light. And let your body too relax into this mood of lightness. And begin to reflect now, quite gently, on the thoughts that you have just listened to.